Good afternoon, YouTube. This is Chuck, and it's Tuesday, January 16th, middle of the afternoon, and as you can see, I'm in the van. I just went out and put some fuel in it and getting it ready to head out tomorrow for the trip out west. And so today I did some of the last minute things, a couple of things I hadn't done in a while, and of course this is the first trip of the season, so I've made sense to spend a little bit more time doing preventative maintenance. But one of the things I did is I dug out my water jugs, and I hadn't put fresh water in those things in I bet 4 years. I haven't needed them, haven't used them. They're kind of there just in case. And so anyway, I dumped the water out and checked to make sure they didn't smell, and they didn't. Everything was fine. So I put fresh water in, rinsed them out, put fresh water in them, cleaned them up a little bit. Everything in the back of the van here gets all dusty, and so I cleaned it up a little bit and got the porta potty ready to go and got it loaded up. It's not supposed to freeze tonight. I normally don't leave the porta potty in the van in the winter time because I don't want it to freeze and damage the pump. So, but all that stuff's ready to go, and had to make some changes in my the way I do things with bringing the dog along, because his stuff's going to take up some room somewhere. So when I get that fine-tuned and I get on the road, I'll tell you a little bit more about what I did there. But take his food container, and I got to take a bed, and then his dishes and other, his treats and doggy paraphernalia. And so anyway, I'm pretty much ready to go. I got a little snippet of some of the work I did. I checked the batteries. I'll try to plug that in right here. I've carried the same water in these two water jugs. They're two 7-gallon jugs, and I've carried the same water in them for several years, so I figured it's one thing I should probably dump them out and rinse them out and put fresh water in them. And it's been freezing weather, so I haven't had the porta potty in here, so I figured, well, before I put the porta potty in, I should check my auxiliary battery. And when I did that, I don't know if you can see this or not, but it's definitely low. I need to put some distilled water in there. So normally the jugs sit up underneath there, and like I say, I rinse them out and put fresh water in them. I'll put some distilled water to fill this battery back up. This is my coach battery that supplies my charging port there on my kitchen desk, and it's charged off the alternator. I normally don't have to mess with it. It tends to be kind of forgotten back there, and that's why it needs a little bit of distilled water love. But just checking all that stuff. This is the first trip of the season. You can see everything's dusty back here. I've been in a bunch of dirt roads, and everything in the back of the old van gets dusty. So back here is my other little, you can see my recovery equipment back there, and some other little odds and ends that I carry. A long handle shovel and a bunch of stuff fits back in there. And there's where my buddy heater gets strapped to the wall. I filled up some new little 1-pound greenies, so I got plenty of fuel for that. Be back with you shortly. And anyway, you can see what I did there and the water jugs. But anyway, that's what I found out. That's where I'm at. And check the tires, and of course all the other engine vitals and all that kind of stuff on the van. And it's been sitting for a couple of months, so everything needed a little something. So I gave it a little bit of tender loving care, and we'll be ready to pull out in the morning. So if I find anything more exciting, I'll come back to you. But for right now, I guess I'm about as ready to go as I'll ever be. So I guess I'll tell you to take care of each other, love each other. We'll be coming to you from on the road. I'll try to bring you along, and hopefully we'll find some interesting enough stuff that you and I both find it interesting. So right now, I'll turn it around to find a button, and I'll just tell you, peace out.